What I do is I put the beads on my layers. You know, these hairs right here that are shorter than the rest. And that gives it like a strategic effect without it being so strategic. I'm gonna do the cowrie shells first. Hey y'all, welcome back to Holistic Flow. I am your girl Lolo, and in today's video, I will be showing you an updated way of how to apply your cowrie shells, and I'll also be applying some lock jewelry and some beads. So the last time I made a video on applying cowrie shells, which are these little shells right here, these little bead type shells, the way that I did it was just really off. So I had my cowrie shells on, the last time I had them on for like, I think 8 months to a year without taking them out. And that is so bad. I should not do that. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. What I also did was how I applied them was wrong. Or I would say it was detrimental to the health of my locks. And I have pretty thick locks. Yeah, let me show you what I did. Okay, so here's what not to do. I grabbed a bobby pin. Of course, it was like a small bobby pin, like one of these. Open it like this. And then I took the end of one of my locks here. I apply the bobby pin to the end of my lock, just like that. And I took the bead here. If the camera can stop focusing on my face, took the bead here and just put it through the lock. So the bobby pin would go through the bead, and then my lock would go with it, and then the lock would go through the bead. I'm not gonna do it because it's damaging. You know why? Because these beads have these little ridges on them. See those ridges in the middle? It can actually break your hair off. And if you put your hair, if I essentially force my hair through here, right? If I essentially force my hair through there, these ends are still loose. And the reason that they're still loose is because this was one of the very locks that I had one of these beads on, and I was not protecting my ends. I was actually kind of like breaking off my ends. So in this video, I'll be doing it the right way. And in addition to the cowrie shells, I'll also be putting on some beads. I just have these like brown little beads that I've had forever. You might have had these beads on your hair when you was like 3 or 4 years old, because I know I did. I've had them forever. And I also have some lock jewelry that I got a while ago, and unfortunately they tarnished a little bit because they used to be rose gold, and now they're just like brass. But I'm still gonna use them because I think they're cute. All right, so I want to mention that if you have like some type of strategic placement for where you want your beads to go when you put them on, that's great. The only strategic placement that I had was the way that my hair naturally grows. It naturally, as you can see, and one side grows longer than the other. That's just how it naturally is. It grows in layers. So I have this layer and then I have this layer. When I had loose natural hair, I actually tried to cut the bottom of my hair to have my top of my hair grow enough for it to be the same length. Never happened. So what I do is I put the beads on my layers. You know, these hairs right here that are shorter than the rest. And that gives it like a strategic effect without it being so strategic. I'm gonna do the cowrie shells first. So what you'll also need is some rubber bands. And this is also gonna be a way to protect your ends while the shells are in your hair. Here we go. All right, so you're gonna need a lot of rubber bands, a lot of these little tiny little rubber band type things. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this rubber band through the bead. So here's the bead here, and it has a larger little opening, as you can see. So I'm just gonna put the bead, I'm gonna squash this rubber band here and then put it through. All right, cool. So once I get the bead all the way through, I have what looks like this on either side. I'm gonna loop this finger through here, loop that finger through here, and then I'm gonna loop each loop throughout each other. That didn't make sense. Let me just show you. I'm gonna put one loop inside of the other loop and then pull it through. So now we have this. Here we go. Yeah. Now we have this bead here. Wow, I need to take autofocus off. Cool. So now let's use this first lock here. For example, I'm just going to put the bead around my locks like that. I'm gonna put the rubber band around it. Great. So once we have this here, I'm gonna make sure I leave a lot of space at the end. It can be about an inch or two. And then I'm gonna start to twist this rubber band, just like you would normally put a rubber band on. Nothing fancy, just twist it. And I would say about 5 times. So this is 3, this is 4, and then this is 5. And if you like even numbers, you can even go for 6. But I'm gonna stop at 5. This is how the bead looks, all right? So if I leave it here, it's just gonna look like this. And this isn't super appealing to me with the hair sticking out. So what I'm gonna do is take this hair, I'm gonna loop it around and then make it blend in with the rest of my lock. So I just loop my loose ends around and then blend it in with the rest of the lock, and I'm gonna smash it together. I'm going to then take another rubber band. I'm gonna then take another rubber band and then I'm going to wrap it around the loose hair, which is here, and the lock so that they become one, right? So I'm gonna wrap this other rubber band around. I know this seems like a lot, but again, I'm only doing it a couple times. And here we have it. So this does one of two things. Number one, it keeps the bead from hanging off to the side, because you remember, like before, the bead kind of was hanging off to the side, but now it's straight down. It also protects my ends because, like I mentioned to you before, the ends were getting destroyed by the bead because the bead is rigid. Now they're tucked away and protected. The ends are the most baby part of our hair, so why not treat them like a baby? And again, I'm going to start with my layers. Let's just do this one for fun. Boom. I'm leaving about this much space this time. Three, 4, and 5. Okay, cool. Now I have it here. Just gonna loop it around like that. Get another rubber band and then put it around that lock for 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll just do 4. And this is what I have. Cool. From afar, you can't even really see that you have on 2 rubber bands, but this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna do the rest of my layers. I'm probably not gonna do every lock on my layer side, but as you can see, my layers go throughout the whole, they go throughout the front and back of my head. So I'm gonna come back, do the layers, and then we'll do the rest of the. Hello, lock kings and queens. Do you want to develop a holistic lock care regimen that aligns with your individual beliefs? Do your family and friends just not get your decision to go on your lock journey, but you're still seeking guidance in maintaining a happy, healthy, and hydrated crown? And do you want to better understand how your hair carries negative and positive energy, so you can better know how to protect your energy and regulate your nervous system, relieve stress and anxiety, and feel overall healthier? Well, I'm truly excited to share something special with you. Are you ready to embark on a journey like no other? I present to you all Crown Connection, a 5-day nature transformation to embody your highest self through a holistic lock journey. This isn't just a retreat. It is a transformational experience designed for you, whether you're in month 3 of your journey or year 3. We're talking about glamping in the heart of nature. Imagine luxury cabin accommodations, cozy, private style bunk rooms, and stunning mountain views. I've curated this soul-nourishing experience for you to empower you, help boost your self-awareness, workshops created to personalize your lock maintenance routine, and help you release those limiting beliefs so you can step into your power. This is a co-ed experience for femininity and masculinity to represent itself. And the fun does not stop there. We have daily yoga and meditation practice, plant medicine workshops, and happy hour daily. And of course, a lot of downtime to connect with Mother Earth, hikes and hammocks, and tea time. So mark your calendars for May 23rd through May 27th, 2024. I'm hosting this luxury style camping retreat at River Mountain Resort in Everett, Pennsylvania. Are you ready to reset, renew, and refresh? Because you won't leave the same way that you came. The early bird sale for the retreat is now open, but you have to act fast because spots are limited. And if you sign up with the early bird sale, you'll become a VIP, where you'll get more flexible payment plans and a step-by-step guide from me on how to start your holistic lock care maintenance routine from start to finish. And you'll also get a VIP welcome session to help you prepare for the transformational journey that you'll have during this retreat. I can't wait to see you there. All right, y'all, so here is what it looks like with the cowrie shells, just the cowrie shells. And I went ahead and did the whole perimeter. So it looks just like how I did it before, but now I feel like my ends are a lot better protected because I tucked them underneath. So it doesn't even look like really that I have 2 rubber bands on each lock. So on some of my layers, notice I mentioned the layers. I only really did the layers because I feel like it looks cool. So now I have these beads, these brown beads, and I think I want to try to incorporate those too. They look like this. So maybe I'll just do 1 or 2 of them. Let's just see. I think I'm gonna take 2 of these brown beads like that, and then I'm gonna take 1 shell. And then for this part, I am gonna use the bobby pin just because I don't really have another way to put the bead on without this this bobby pin here. So I'm going to again take, I feel like I want to take this one. So this is one of my locks that I combined earlier on in my journey, but it didn't end up staying together, but it's mature now. So I'm just gonna take this small piece, right? Here we go. I'm gonna open this bobby pin again and then hook it on. Boom. First bead, slide it right on through. Oh, that was easy. All right, I'm gonna put the bobby pin back on. Second bead, so I'm gonna put another one of these brown beads on and just slide it right through. Boom. There we go. Now, the question is to add the shell or to not add the shell. I think I'm gonna add the shell. I think I just answered my own question. So I'm gonna do that. Put the shell on, just like I did before. But this time, I think I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna loop it through. And this is the first time I'm doing this, by the way. I've never put beads on my locks. I've never put the circular beads on my locks before. So I'm gonna do exactly what I did before. Here we go. Just gonna put it on the end here. This one is pretty thin. The end of this lock is pretty thin, so I'm gonna have to tie it around a few times. once I have that, I'm then going to take the itty bitty teeny weeny end that I have there, and then I'm gonna wrap it around the bottom bead. You see that? Just like that. See that hair there? I'm gonna wrap it around the bottom bead, and in between the two beads, I'm gonna do exactly what I did with the rest of the shells. I'm gonna put a rubber band here and tie it on and see how that works. Just see how that works. Here, 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 here. All right, boom. How's that? The bead doesn't look the same because the hair was really thin, but here's how it looks. This one, like I said, all of these kind of like tarnished. They were rose gold, but now it's just like a brass color, but I don't really care. It's still really nice. Strategic placement. Let's grab this one, and these are about the size of my locks. I ordered these. I'll put the link down in the description box below. I ordered these off of an Etsy, a black owned shop on Etsy, and I ordered them in, I believe, a size medium or large. So here we go. I just slid that one on there, and here it is. Yeah, sorry, it's covering it up. Here it is. Slid that one on there. You can kind of like slide it up and down. Here's the next one. This one has a really pretty rose quartz on the end. I think I want to put it here. So I'm going to, how am I going to do this? Put it here, put it there. This is all trial and error, by the way. Uh-oh. No, I'm not going to do that. Nah, that's too risky. I'm going to put it here. Here we go. Now the only thing about these this lock jewelry is that sometimes it can get stuck on your locks. It can get caught on your locks, which is not healthy. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. Now the next one I'm gonna put, this is the next one. And this one has a whole bunch of beads in the middle that they pretty much always get stuck on my locks. And this is an arrow head thing, and this is kind of like, it sometimes gets stuck in my locks too, so you really have to be careful of that. I think I want to put this one, I'm trying not to put it on a lock that already has a bead on it. I think I want to put it here. Let's see. I'm gonna put it here because if I put it any higher, it's too loose. Right here is about where it stops at. All right, there you have it. I put in my lock jewelry, and now my hair feels about 3 pounds heavier. So yeah. All right, there you go. There you have it. Give me a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. And I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, I'm sending peace your way, love your way, and joy to you, your family, and your friends. All right, y'all. Peace.